Let's move on to Angel, shall we?
Yeah,
It's a
frustrating. I don't
new
know what's going
week.
on.
What? What's wrong?
I don't know what's going on with Angel.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you were dealing with something in your life.
Oh, well, I am. My buddy Angel is like going through issues. I don't know
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, he's wearing a John Kramer hood. All right. It's the next week, January 16th, 2001. Buffy's airing a rerun of No Place Like Home, the first episode that features Glory.
Mhm.
Independent Women still the number one song in America. But you know what? The UK, they've moved on from Bob the fucking Builder, and they've got a real number one over there. I'm talking Love Don't Cost a Thing by Jennifer Lopez. If you want to breathe my rocks, I got. You don't want to breathe my rocks.
Do you like J-Lo?
Yeah. I got no beef with J-Lo. J-Lo went through a little wilderness period where she got a little too big for her britches.
Oh,
Maybe in like the
she can
mid,
never get too big for her
maybe
britches.
in the mid aughts or something. But like, I just think like her ego went up and her quality of work went down for a little while. But she's got her shit back together now, and I root for her. Like I want Jennifer Lopez to be doing quality work. I was so happy when Hustlers came out and she was so great in that.
Yeah, I was wondering what the name of that movie was. Yeah, that was a good movie. We just talked
Yeah.
about how we root for Ben. I guess we really root for both of them, right?
Yeah. I might root for her a little bit in conjunction with Ben. Like because I follow Ben, I follow her.
So you liked her less when she was without Ben, but then when they got back
No,
together, you liked
not
her
at
more,
all. Not at all. But I feel like I continued to follow her because of that association.
right? I don't really. I don't mean. I don't like her singing. So I guess I would say I like her acting
Some of
more,
her
but I don't think
songs are
she's
good,
that
man.
great an actor. What's her
She's
best
a
song? Jenny from the
Listen,
Block.
she's a better actor than she gets credit for, man. Because she got real famous off those rom-coms like Made in Manhattan, and those are so shitty. It's impossibly good in those. Ray Fiennes sucks in Made in Manhattan too, and he's
Holy
great.
shit! Listen, you
Uh, but like fucking if you go back like to her early
Selena.
career, you watch like Selena and Out of Sight and U-Turn, like she's a really
Anaconda.
interesting, like edgy, cool actress.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, Money Train, that's another one.
Wow, Money Train. Sounds cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that's J Lo. And her album J Lo also came out this day, the day this
Wow, what a
Angel.
big
Yeah,
day.
what a huge day for J Lo. She got her first UK number one, and her album came out.
That's crazy.
Another album released this day was Azure, their self-titled debut. That they were a band I liked. No one
I
cares
don't know.
about this shit except me.
I don't know that.
Nobody, I promise you. What, you don't remember the time their classic song Displaced from this album was played on Felicity and Daniel popped really hard? Nobody else popped for that? All right. Um anyway, uh also, how about this? This is right on the heels of the AFC and NFC championship games.
Wow.
All
This
right.
episode is?
Yeah. In the AFC champion, by the way, they sound like the most boring games ever. In the AFC championship game, the Ravens beat the Raiders 16-3.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the NFC championship game, the Giants beat, and I remember this actually, I watched this game. The
Wow.
Giants beat the Vikings 41-0.
Oh, I was thinking, I was like, this has got to be better than like 16-3 or whatever you
Yeah, it's
said.
memorable. It's memorable.
41-0. God damn.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
Super Bowl where it's like it's the Broncos versus the Seahawks. It's like 2012. It's like when Russell Wilson won and the Seahawks beat the Broncos like 43-10 or something. One of the worst Super Bowls.
Ugh, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
bad.
Um, this year the Ravens went on to beat the Giants, unfortunately, 34 to
Okay.
7 in the Super
That's pretty
Bowl.
good.
It's not a particularly good Super Bowl either.
No.
Um, and
I think this last one we had was kind of great.
that was the year of the halftime show. Well, maybe we'll talk about this. Maybe there's a Buffy episode there the week of the Super Bowl. We could talk about it. I don't
That would be
know.
very fun.
Yeah, but it was that halftime show where it's like Britney Spears and Aerosmith and Nelly and it was very weird.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we? Oh, I'm
Uh,
done. Yeah, let's just. Oh, the number one movie in America, new number one movie in America, Save the Last Dance.
wow, she did it. She's on
Yeah,
top.
yeah, Julia Stiles.
Pretty cool.
And all right, what's tell me about the episode. Oh, the writers and shit. I forgot. Our
Right.
writer's Mare Smith, the one they like discovered on the internet as like a fan, and this is her second episode after Untouched. And our director is Michael Grossman, and this is his first episode in one of these shows. He'll do a few. Um, he'll eventually direct one episode of Buffy pretty late, I think in the final season. And he does 4 episodes of Angel, including this one. And all those Angel episodes are real good.
This is his first one.
Yeah.
Okay. The other ones are better than this, or what?
Well, I like this one. But
I like it.
but yeah, the next one he does is his best one. That's like near the beginning of season 3.
All right. So remember. All right. Well, first of all, so last episode, Angel fired everybody, kicked everybody out, and I thought it kind of made sense. They were holding him back from everything, but now I'm thinking Angel's fucking like possessed or something, and that wasn't even Angel making those decisions. What is going on?
Mm.
When I tried to like rethink everything, like what encounter did he have that like Darla could have poisoned him, or Lindsay, or like when Lindsay invited him in, like what happened where somebody did something to
Darla.
Angel. Somebody did something.
I think
I gotta
Wolfram
figure
and
it out.
Hart.
I
Wolfram
know,
and
but
Hart did
how?
something to Angel. No, I think they drove him nuts.
That's what it is. They didn't like.
Yeah.
All right, but I don't like it. So everybody's out on the streets. We got fired. We got our little boxes from the office, and Cordelia has a good line. She's like, "It's always a little blonde girl." Angel's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. So we all go home sad. Angel burned some pictures of Darla, and something I didn't notice before.
Pictures
There's
he drew, some of his beautiful drawings.
right. These are not photographs. He and they're not just face images. He has full body shots in here that he drew.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? There's one like
Yeah.
full body. Wow, an angel. So we get the credits, and then Angel's working out montage. He's doing some pull ups. Got a punching bag, push ups, kicking stuff, crunches, bunch of cool stuff. And he does a voiceover. He's like, "I'm not ready just yet, but I will be soon." Pretty cool. And then we go to Wolfram and Hart. Like they got attacked at Wolfram and Hart.
I'm gonna love just your descriptions of these angel scenes.
He's the best character ever.
So
Angel might be my favorite.
he
I'm
is
learning.
great. I was watching it this week and I was thinking about that, and I'm like, he's underrated. Like people don't give him enough credit, and I think it's because David Boreanaz isn't very good in the early episodes of Buffy. I feel like people write him off, but I feel like he really hones his shit, and he like created a character. And by the time of like season 2 of Angel, like the character they've created is really fucking fascinating.
Yeah, I've been saying it forever. He's the fucking best. It's kind of like how, like when you watch the first Captain America, Chris Evans isn't that good, but then he starts getting
Absolutely.
really good. But I think
Yes.
Boreanaz is the better Angel than Evans is, even Captain America probably.
He's perfect. Like I mean, it's like you could complain about Boreanaz in the early episodes of Buffy, but like imagine a different actor as Angel. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. He's
What's it?
absolutely essential.
What's that thing he whispered to her in that first episode?
Good luck.
Good luck.
It's the second episode.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. It's part 2, second episode. Good luck. Yeah. Damn, I was like, oh my god, I forgot it. I forgot what he said. It's officially I've forgotten it. Oh no. All right, so that's fun. Good stuff there. Oh, we go. So Wolfram and Hart. Remember they attacked all those bodies. Who knows who's alive, who's dead? We check back
Yeah.
in. I
I like
guess
this scene. I think this scene's really well directed. Really like the
all the bodies on top and Lindsay
yeah.
alive. Yeah, it's good stuff. We see Lindsay under some bodies. He's alive at least, and we also learn Lila is alive. No
Yeah.
Holland. I guess he's dead.
He's dead.
R.I.P. Holland Manners.
Mm-hmm.
He was good. Damn.
He was great. I just saw him. I was watching Melrose Place. He turned up on an episode on he like recurring role.
Wow.
There's a scene like okay, so Jake started working for Heather Locklear's dad, okay? But the business is a scam. Okay, so the FBI contacted Jake for him to work undercover, wear a wire, okay? But the FBI guy was played by Holland Manners.
Whoa. He was like, put this fucking wire on.
Yeah.
And then Lila wears a wire in this episode. You were like, oh shit. Full
Does
circle.
she?
Yeah, she was talking to Lindsay, like, we could go off to the sunset. And then he's like, I caught you with a wire, bitch. You don't remember
I
that?
don't remember that.
He catches a wire on her. She's trying to get him to like confess so that she can like be the manager and he can take the
Oh,
fall.
Lila is doing that.
What did I
I'm
say?
sorry. I think you might have said Darla, or
Oh,
for some reason I was picturing Darla. I might just be dumb. But yeah, I
oh,
do
yeah,
remember that.
Lila.
Yeah, Lila's trying to like make sure he's the one that's murdered instead of promoted.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
And so there we are. There we go to. Is this Wesley's home?
I guess so. Yeah, rare Wesley's home appearance.
Crazy stuff. We see
Unless
Virginia.
it's Virginia's home, I don't know.
Oh, good.
Although it didn't look that nice. Like I feel like it was Virginia's
Uh,
home. Like she's rich, right?
yes.
She says she has a huge trust fund now.
Right. Her dad is dead now, so she
He's
got all
not
of his.
dead.
He didn't
She
die.
just no. She just says we haven't spoken.
Oh, okay, interesting. I sort of thought he died at the end of that last episode.
No,
I
I
thought
think
he
he's like
died and she got all of his money, is what happened. But I guess
no,
he's still
he's just
alive.
like disgraced or something.
Yeah, he can't take away her money.
Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he feels bad.
Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, maybe so we're at. I think we're at Wesley's house. Maybe we're not. I don't know. But Virginia's like really mad. She's like, Angel fired you. He can't do that. He can't. Maybe he was like too mad that you were doing a better Angel than Angel, right? She says his impression was too good.
Oh yeah, I'm
He's
like
impersonating.
Virginia. You really like this guy. That is a crazy thing to say.
Well, she doesn't really know Angel. She doesn't know if he was nailing it
True,
much or
true.
not. So for all she knows, uh, so Angel, he's kicking the bag and he kicks it off the chain and he says
Yeah.
it's time. And then he heads off down a little tunnel. Pretty cool stuff. And then Wolfram and Hart, Lila and Lindsay, they're worried. What's going to happen with us? And then we go in their office and Darla and Drusilla are in there.
Mm,
And Drusilla does a weird thing where she moos. She's like,
yeah.
moo.
Yeah. She also calls Darla by her name, which I don't think she's ever done before, and it sounded weird to me.
What do you mean by her name?
Like she always calls Darla like grandmummy or
Oh, she called her
something. And
Darla.
she calls her Darla
Yeah,
in the
you're right.
scene. Yeah.
Grandmommy. Yeah, right. Okay. And so Darla, she's flipping the script on them. Remember how Wolfram and Hart controlled Darla? Darla wants to control Wolfram and Hart. She kept these motherfuckers alive to like control them. Be like, hey, if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna kill you. Just know that. I have the power to kill you. And if you don't listen to me, that's what's gonna happen. So that'll be cool. And she says one of you is going to be like promoted to Holland's position, and somebody's going to get blamed for killing everybody. So good luck figuring out who's who. That'll be good. And we go to Angel. He's in a tunnel killing vampires. He's got this cool. I don't know if we mentioned it before. He's got this cool thing on his wrist, like a stake wrist device.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pilot because there's a big moment like in the opening sequence of the pilot where he uses those things.
Pretty awesome. Love those
Yeah.
things.
He really swoops down on them. He's like
Batman,
yeah, he's like in the rafters, like I don't know,
like Sting.
of the sewers. I don't know how that worked, but it was cool.
It was very cool. Yeah. And he kills one with a sword. What's the sword about?
Oh, I don't know, but it was cool.
So
That moment where it cuts.
I thought it was like a powerful sword he needed, but it seemed like he didn't. I
I
don't know.
think he's just like trying to test his willingness to be brutal.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool. And he kills this guy, and then he throws his jacket on the ground and he walks off. And I was like,
I
"What
noticed that. I thought about that.
the fuck was that? That's crazy. Take home and
Yeah.
wash it. What are you doing?" But we go
He threw
to
his weapon down too.
that knife, that sword, and the
Yeah, I was
jacket.
like, why are you leaving that there?
Seriously, What is going on? That's so weird. I always hate that in movies, like, and why people like don't grab other people's guns and
Oh my
stuff.
God. And when people leave doors open, I hate
What do you
that.
mean? What do you mean by that? Like when they walk into houses?
Yes.
Like in Scream 3, when she decides to leave the door open because she's not scared anymore of the killer?
No, no, I love that moment. That's nice. But no, no, no. Sometimes in like TV shows, especially sitcoms or whatever, when it's like on a set, like it doesn't matter if the door is closed because you're indoors no matter what. So
Like
like
Urkel just walks in and
yeah,
leaves the door open?
absolutely. Absolutely.
What? That's fucking crazy. That would annoy
Yeah.
me too. I don't think I've ever
Hmm.
seen that. Well, never, not a big Family Matters. Does like Kimmy Gibbler do that? I've never seen that
Probably,
either.
probably.
God damn, that's crazy. I know that Kramer always
Or
shuts the door behind him.
or what happens a lot is like people will like leave the house and without closing the door and the scene will cut.
Wha- What the fuck?
Yeah.
Terrible directing.
I know.
I would
I
never
know.
watch something made by somebody that made something like that.
It's all we had back then. There were three channels.
I would put my foot down. No, that's terrible. Terrible job. So we go to. Is there a name for Lauren's club?
Caritas.
Caritas?
Yeah.
Like with a
It's
K?
no with a
K-A-R-A-T-A-S?
C. With a C. It's Caritas.
Okay,
It's
Caritas.
in one episode they say it's some Latin or something for sanctuary, something like that.
Sounds like a sounds like carrot toss, which I think could be like a sexual term I don't want to
Carrot
know
Top.
about.
Sounds like
Carrot
Carrot
top?
Top, one of my favorite comedians.
Carrot top kind of sounds like a blowjob.
Jesus Christ, how?
I don't know. I feel like I could hear somebody in a rap song being like, "She gave me carrot top." You don't think so?
Maybe someone with like lipstick. You know, like when they're sucking your dick, they leave like lipstick on the head. That's Carrot
Oh,
Top.
that's carrot top. Holy shit, we should admit it has to be orange lipstick, which isn't very
Yeah,
common.
yeah, it's true.
Carrot top, that's so good, Daniel. Holy
Thank you.
shit. So we're at Caritas. Lauren's there. Wesley's there. He runs into Cordelia. They're like, "What are you doing here?" And I remember saying at one point, I was like, "We're at the point in the show. Cordelia is not acting much anymore. Wesley has nothing going on aside from the angel business. They have nothing beside this,
Yeah.
and it ends." And immediately they're like, "Yeah, we have nothing. We have to go here to find out like what's going on in our life." What led us here? Where do we go? And I felt a little fulfilled in that moment. I like Cordelia here. She's like, I was either thinking Shania Twain or Madonna.
Yeah.
I wish we got to see that. That would have been good.
Oh,
And
I even more wanted to see Wesley do Cat Stevens.
I didn't know that. I
I
guess I'm
was
not aware of
intrigued by
Cat
that.
Stevens.
He says he wants to do Cat Stevens. They ask Gunn when Gunn shows up what he wants to do. He says you've never heard of it, which I actually thought it annoyed me in the moment, but I thought it was smart in hindsight because it's like a white lady writing this episode. Like if like Gunn said like Jay-Z
Tupac.
or something, yeah, it would have been like lame as shit. So like at least like it has an air of mystery about it. That's good.
Yeah, it was a funny line. Like you're
Yeah.
too lame to know. But I
Right.
thought it was
Right.
yeah, pretty good. And so, funny moment here where a funny cut here. Cordelia's like, I hope Angel's mad now that he's there and has nobody to talk to. And then cut to Angel. He's torturing a vampire, and the vampire's like, fine, I'll talk.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's not a
funny.
vampire. It's a demon, a green
Oh,
skinned demon named Merle, and we've seen him before. And you liked him in his first appearance and asked me if we'd see him again, and I said yes.
was he at Lauren's place?
Nope. He was being tortured. Like he's
Oh
basically
shit.
like a Willy the Snitch character. They like torture for information sometimes. We first saw him in the season 2 premiere, Judgment.
Okay, maybe it was because he was upside down.
Could be.
Hard to notice him.
But he's got a very distinct voice where he like,
Hard to breathe upside
yeah.
down. Like you're like strained. Your voice is strained a little bit, probably.
No, but he always sounds like that.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So, but that was a fun scene, I thought.
Yeah, that's
And he,
Merle. That's Merle. He might be your angel version of Jonathan.
I remember his name. I guess I remembered, always remember Jonathan's name too. But I mean, he's
Yeah,
a
you
green
did.
demon. So I'll pick up on it next time I see
Keep an
him.
eye out. He'll be around.
Yeah, I'll notice. But the angel ends up telling, or not the angel, the vampire ends up telling Angel, like, you can go to this location. This is where Darla is going to be at, probably. So pretty good. And so we go there, and Darla has a complaint I always have. She hates violence without victims. She hates DQ finishes. That ends in like a tap out, and they're like, "Oh, all right." And I hate
Yeah.
that too. I guess the tap out's not a DQ. We have a winner in that scenario.
No, tap out's good. Yeah, that's submission finish. But yeah, you don't like a count out or a DQ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Darla, she hates the same thing. And Drusilla, something crazy here. She ripped a guy's ears off. And it made me think about that
Yeah,
wrestler you
that
told
was
me about who ripped a guy's ear off.
Mick Foley's ear off.
Who
It
did
was
that? I couldn't remember.
Vader. Vader ripped Mick Foley's ear
Yeah,
off.
Drusilla's like Vader.
Those ears came right off. It was gross. It was like I got a little grossed out.
Oh yeah, it was
Like
really gross.
because under the ears, like when she ripped the ears off, like he had like blue skin or something, and under it, it was like fleshy pink stuff, and it was like, oh, it didn't look good. I mean, it looked good. That's why I was grossed out.
Right, it gave you that
Yeah,
reaction
yeah,
of disgust. I like it. And so Darla is there and Drusilla. They're looking for they describe it as muscular slaves. She doesn't want to describe it that way, but
yeah.
it's the best way she can come up with.
I like that line.
Funny stuff. And Drusilla ends up, she's like, "Oh, I suspect Angel," or she doesn't say Angel, but Darla knows Angel's there. And we see him like in a, you said, nice John Kramer hoodie. Looked
I,
very.
I I will give you credit. Like yeah, that I was responding to a text that Logan sent me
You
while
didn't respond to
watching.
the text though.
I, well,
I don't.
but
You didn't even give it a thumbs up or anything. Tim at least laughed at it.
I
Gave it
was
a good little
amused by
chuckle.
it, and I knew it would come up on the episode, so I
Right,
didn't
right.
really. Yeah, I didn't need to give you
If you
instant
guys don't know what we're
gratification.
talking about, in Saw 3D, there's a guy who's pretending that he went through a saw trap and he wrote a book. And Jigsaw goes in line to get an autograph. And he goes in disguise wearing a big hoodie, gray hoodie. And that's what
It
Angel is wearing in this scene.
there's a meme using a shot of that, right? The
Yeah, big meme of
hello
like
fellow
little
kids.
Hello Fellow Kids action. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's what Angel's wearing here.
Yeah, funny stuff. And is that where we were there?
Yeah.
All right. So Angel ends up going to. Is this when he go like he beats him to the place and kills them all? Basically, right?
I mean, that's later, I
Oh, that's later
think.
on.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, scene at Wolfram and Hart, right? We learned that Lila, I guess, in the action, she has a broken arm.
Lila. Right, right. Okay.
Lindsay has a
It's
fake
so
arm.
funny.
Lila has a
There's
broken arm.
yeah, Lila and Lindsay have like a walk and talk, and it's I was just marveling at that like Lila's a foot taller than Lindsay.
She's very tall, but she's also wearing heels. I noticed.
Oh, okay, that does
But
help. But
she is a lot. She is a lot taller than he
Lindsay
is.
is a tiny man.
He's tiny. She's large, like tall.
Yeah.
She's very tall. And this is when she's wearing a wire. He catches her and all that stuff. And then we go back to Lorne, Caritas. Caritas? Yeah.
That's right.
And everybody's drinking. Cordelia, did you notice this line she says? You had to have.
Earth to retards. I almost started the episode with that line. But I was like, that's aggressive.
It's aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like a thing on YouTube. Like, not that these are on YouTube, but it's like you can't cuss within like 1 minute of YouTube. That should
Oh,
be a rule with you. You can't
interesting.
cuss within 1 minute of the podcast
I'll
or say
try.
anything offensive or
That
anything.
used to be a rule on the Grodin show, the Untitled Charles Grodin podcast. There was like a swear jar.
Oh, a swear jar. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I like
What's the thing in New
donated.
Girl? There's like a
Oh, that's a
it's a
douche jar.
douchebag
Yeah.
jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
funny.
funny. That's a good bit.
It is, yeah.
All right. Where we at?
We're there. They all sing "We Are the Champions." It's good
Oh, it's
stuff.
cute. By the way, I'm very charmed by Gunn being at Caritas.
Really.
Like that he feels as adrift as they do.
Yeah, he sort of played it up like I'm cooler. This isn't really like my main
Exactly.
thing. I just do it on the side. But no, he loved it. He got into it, and now he doesn't really know what to do. A little
Yeah.
lost. Yeah, I like that too. I didn't like Lauren actually here. I liked him protecting Cordelia's head from the vision when she like gets
Yeah, I
whiplash
like
and could
that
have hit her
too.
head. But I don't like that he doesn't like they went there to find out what they're there for, and he doesn't really tell them. I guess they're there
But
in
he
them being
tells
there.
them I think he's going to tell them, and then he senses that Cordelia is going to have a vision, okay?
Right.
And he knows that the visions are from the powers that be. And he says
So
like
that's their
that's a
destiny.
higher power than I. Like I'm not going to encroach on what they're giving you.
Yeah. You guys are supposed to do this right now, not get advice from me. This is more important. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a little complaint. Like they went there for him and he was just like, good. But I mean, it is
I don't
right.
think he was dismissive. I think his advice is whatever the powers that
Listen
be
to
are
them.
like broadcasting into your brain right now. That's what needs to be done.
Yeah, you're right. So Darla Darla and Drusilla, they're leaving a nightclub. Apparently, I think Drusilla ate somebody, right?
Yes, yeah. She says her eyeballs got stuck on her fingers or something.
Yeah, she did have. I remember her licking her finger. Yeah, she said
Yeah.
eyeballs stuck on her finger. That's a gruesome line. That sounds
Yeah.
really graphic.
It's like in
And
Beetlejuice, they do that. They
really,
stick their eyeballs on their fingers. But it looks really cartoony because it's Beetlejuice.
right, right. And this is when Angel goes to the place and kills all the vampires. And we see, so earlier we had the Cordelia vision. They go there, and Wesley sees like footsteps leading up to the window. Or I don't know if it's footsteps or like tracks or whatever they are. I don't know. But they go up in the building, and the demon pops out, and then we go to commercial. I thought that was actually a good little commercial moment. So I wrote
Mm.
that down. Commercial. It was a little like the moment in the Buffy episode with the second floor, where
Yeah,
like a
it
big
looked
action
better.
commercial happens here. And we fight it. Gunn ends up killing it, right?
Yeah, great
Gets
job, Gun.
gets it
With
in
the
the
axe
head.
in the head.
Axe in the head. Great job, Gunn. Was it his axe?
Or it
Remember, Gunn
wasn't
has
even
an
an
axe?
axe. They didn't have weapons, remember?
Right.
And what happens is Gun hits the thing in the back with like a table, and the table like cracks, and he grabs like a table leg and stabs him with it.
Great thinking, Gunn.
Yeah, it was
And
cool.
we end up saving that girl from the vision. And I thought Wesley left in pretty bad condition. He was like, "We got to get to the hospital. I'm gonna bleed out. Gotta get to the hospital." And then we never really checked back in. I guess he's alive. Well, he's at the end of the episode. Like
We'll see you next
Angel,
week.
he shows back up at the end. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
so we go to Darla and Drusilla. They show up at that place, and Angel's there, and everybody's dead. Angel's smoking a cigarette.
Oh my God, it is so cool.
It is really cool, but I mean, it's not Angel, so it's not that cool.
I
I'd
think it's
rather Angel be
awesome.
as lame as possible and be real Angel
Oh,
rather than fake
well, me
Angel be
too.
cool.
I don't want Angel to be going through this. Okay, but he is, and if he's going to, might
We have
as
to
well look
support him.
fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, we'll be right there by his side.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. He drops. I gotta tell you, I love Darla too, because in this moment we see the fire. He's smoking a cigarette and he looks down. I was like, no, 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 no. And we see the trail of gas leading to Darla and Drusilla, and he drops it. And I was like, oh, this is the this is the end of Darla.
Mm.
But it's not. Great thinking by her. Bust open a fire hydrant,
Oh my
sprays the
God.
whole
Yeah, that
town.
shit. They'd be dead if that fire hydrant was not there.
Yeah, real lifesaver.
Yeah.
Angel should have picked a better spot.
You're right.
He should have gotten rid of the
Should
fire hydrant.
should have done some fucking recon on that fire hydrant, bro.
Yeah, I really fucked up there. Should have parked a car on
Although,
top of it.
although knowing Angel, he knew the fire hydrant was there. He doesn't want to actually kill them. He just wanted to like burn them.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like he thinks he's ready to kill them, but he's not. I feel like subconsciously he knew that fire hydrant was there.
Yeah. And that's interesting. Why? Why is he like teasing them with death? I want to kill you, but
He's
not
so
really.
he's so angry. He's so angry at them, but he doesn't yet have it in him to kill these people that he once loved so much. At least Darla.
I mean, he can't be that mad at them. It's kind of not their fault. It's Wolfram and
What's
Hart's fault
No,
mostly.
I know, but he's frustrated by it because like he would love to rationalize with Darla, like remember how you felt before, but she doesn't have a soul now and she's incapable of feeling the way she felt before. So he's
It's
just
so
like
sad.
in this like loop of frustration.
Yeah, I really don't like to think about it. Bums me
Yeah,
out.
I know.
Ugh. All right. So But Darla says it's not Angelus, and I, so that made me think, oh, it's they did something to Angel. Angel's like weird, his mind's not right, but apparently he is. He's just like gone a little crazy from this whole thing, right?
Yeah, I think that line is great. And I think it's I think Julie Benz is really good in that moment. She says
She's amazing in every single fucking moment. She's the best.
she goes, that wasn't Angel. That wasn't Angelus.
She says
Who
both.
was yeah, and then she goes, who was that? So
Wow.
good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And we go Wolfram and Hart, Lila and Lindsay. We sit down, we meet this guy. I didn't know who he was. I put him down as my LVP because I actually didn't know who to go with this episode. And he says, we got to pick somebody for the executive vice president of special projects.
Oh, you know what? I thought this guy sucked too, and they later introduce like Wolfram and Hart characters that would have been on this guy's level that I guess just weren't created yet.
Hmm.
And yeah, I like once again, I enjoy your choice of LVP.
Thanks. So he's not going to be back. This guy, we replace him with better
I
guys.
don't think so. Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Okay,
the next time we see someone on this level, it's like a recurring character that we'll be like meeting for the first time.
good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So we've got a new position open. We can only give it to one of them, but Lindsay's not very reliable, and Lila had the thing with Bethany. I want to know her name. Can you spell it for me? Is it with a U or a K or what?
You mean Bethany
Bethany,
Chalk?
is it chalk like with an L
It's
or a U?
CHAULK.
Both of them. I would not have thought that. I would have thought one or the other. That's cool. Chalk. Bethany Chalk. Okay. All right, Bethany Chalk. So yeah, she had that whole thing. So neither of them are really the best for the job. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make both of them that position because they both drive each other to be better, but also might murder each other. We'll see what happens
We'll see what happens.
with them both in charge. And then we go to the Hyperion. We've got Angel. He's hanging out, and Wesley comes in, says, "Hey, bro." I remember that agency. Remember the whole thing we used to do together for a little while. And then you left. Well, we're still gonna do it because we feel like it's the right thing to do. And if you want to come back, feel free, I guess. And but Angel voiceover says, "Let them fight the good fight. Someone has to fight the war." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, that's good." I never thought about it like that before, but you're right about that. So go, Angel, fight the war. What do I care?
But then he throws
Oh yeah, knife.
Wesley leaves and he throws a knife and he misses the target.
Oh,
And
did he? Showing he's losing it.
like it's showing that like seeing Wesley talking to Wesley affected him. And then he closes his eyes and he readies himself and he thinks about the war and he throws another knife and it hits the target. End of episode. It's great.
Yeah, it's good shit. Good shit. Yeah, he really recenters himself and he is back. Evil. So good stuff. I will give it a 3.
I like this episode.
You go 4?
I always felt a little guilty pleasury about this episode because it is kind of hokey, but I just think it's cool. Like basically one, I like that because Angel is mostly doing actiony stuff. Most of the actual dialogue and character work and stuff is being done with Cordelia, Wesley, and Gunn, and then on the other side, Lila and Lindsay. So I think that's really cool. It's a chance for us to really focus on our supporting characters for once in a show called Angel. Okay.
Right.
But then in the midst of all that, we were occasionally cutting to Angel, and all Angel is doing in this episode is having badass fucking fight scenes. And so, like, to me, it's the best of both worlds. I think this is a really fun episode of Angel. I will give it a 4.
I'm not gonna fight you on 4, and maybe you're right because I mean, I rank it pretty high. It's before a lot of episodes that I like. So yeah, I'm really not gonna fight you. It's a little like that I mean, it's not, but that Buffy episode, how like Riley's not in it. So we got a lot of time to breathe with like Willow and Anya and those other people. And this one, Angel's not in it so much. So we would get a lot of time with
Yeah,
Lila and Lindsay and Cordelia and Gunn, a lot of other people. So yeah, I do like it more than Buffy this week. I did like Angel more than Buffy.
yeah.
Easy for that. But all right, so I'll stick with the three. But my
MVP
MVP,
is tough.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Angel.
I am too, I guess, but like I had Gunn in mind. I had Lindsay and Lila in
I think
mind. Like
Lila over Lindsay if you have to pick one this
interesting,
episode.
interesting. Yeah. Well, the scene where she like tries to like you
Trick
know,
him.
yeah,
Yeah, and we've taken a we
in
haven't seen her in a little bit. We have
entrap him and was the word I was
that's a
trying to
good
find.
word.
Yeah.
Is that Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yeah, entrapment.
Who's the guy in that?
Sean Connery.
Oh shit.
What a film.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I think I'd go her. And we haven't seen her in a while. Like Lindsay's been here popping up.
Yeah,
Lila, we've taken a break. Now she's here. Didn't miss a beat, I thought.
totally. She turned up like really briefly last week, but like she hasn't had like a super um focused appearance since Untouched with Bethany.
Wow, that was like 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so LVP, we agree the guy who was in charge of Wolfram and Hart at the end.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
All right. So
Okay. So
ranking time.
give
Ready?
me yeah, let me where do you have it? Tell me yours first.
We've had 33 episodes, and I put it 10 between Are You Now or Have You Ever Been and Judgment.
Huh. Okay. It's interesting.
So where would you
Um
have it from Judgment? Like a header? Because you definitely your other one's number
I
one.
like this more than Judgment.
So ahead of Judgment, we have Blind Date, The Prodigal, Guys Will Be Guys,
Wait. Yeah, and what's above guys will be guys?
Two Shan Shu in L.A.
Yeah, I feel like you nailed it. What was like right go back. What how do we start that?
Judgment. Above that is Blind Date,
Yeah, just right
Prodigal,
there, right there.
The Blind Date, Judgment.
Yeah.
So we both have it above Judgment, but the thing is, you love Are You Now or Have You Ever Been, and I thought that was fine,
Right.
but better than this episode. So
So what
that's the
number
big
do
deal.
I have this at?
I have it at 10. You have it at 12.
It feels low.
You think so? You want to hear the ones above it?
Yeah.
Blind Date, The Prodigal, Guys Will Be Guys, Two Shu in LA, Sanctuary, The Trial, Reunion, Dear Boy, Darla, 5 by 5 Are You Now or Have You Ever Been? I think you like all those more.
Can you do me a favor and just bring Blind Date and this above the Prodigal?
Both of them, keep them
Yeah.
in this order,
Yeah,
but bring The
just
Prodigal
shift
down.
these two above the Prodigal. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So redefinition's 11 and it's 10 for me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow. What happened to The Prodigal? Why is that so low?
It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not as good as these two episodes, this and Blind Date.
And it kicked off a long plot of depressed Kate, which
Yeah.
we don't love.
I know it's true.
So that's a bummer you got to think about when you think about that episode.
Yeah. Okay, where are we at?
The Patreon?
Yeah, read me from the Patreon.
I don't have it pulled up.
Joshy Morellos.
Oh, Josh, he's back.
Yeah.
What if we ever came on and Josh didn't comment? Then we know it's the end of the world. Wish he cancel Buffy's Angels. It all depends on you,
I
Josh,
I'd
basically.
probably just worry about him. I'd think his like daughter was sick or something.
Oh yeah, we'd have to reach
Yeah.
out. Josh says Buffy. It's the regression episode. That's what it should have been. Oh, then never mind. That's Angel using the reunion whatever it's called. It's the regression episode. Our characters are regressing to whiny teenagers, and the
Mhm.
acting and overall quality of the show feels like regressing back to season one. I could kind of feel that a little bit. What are
Yeah.
we doing, people?
I'm telling you, it's the directing. Like
Yeah,
that's what we were doing in season one. We were hiring random dudes that worked on like Matlock and shit.
it's fair. Yeah. We got a lot of interesting one-on-ones that would have been really cool in any other episode, but just didn't land. This has to be the absolute extreme of what Dan's been saying about this season. We're checking off some plot points and totally phoning in everything else. That first scene with Spike and the chocolate was the only real bright spot. The only one. I don't agree with that, but I think, yeah, that was one of the best scenes of the episode. So I liked it more than Josh, seems like.
I feel like we both did, but like Josh ain't wrong.
No, no, yeah, I agree with his complaints.
Yeah.
I just he seemed a little more upset than I was. And he says about Angel, this episode had its ups and downs. Didn't like the voiceover, so he
Mhm.
thinks Angel should have been silent the whole episode.
He was. Isn't that we did you respond to that? I said that at the beginning of the episode. Isn't that crazy?
It is,
Angel
but then I sort of thought
he
I actually didn't want to correct you. I thought he does talk. I thought he was
he
like
doesn't.
interviewing that vampire demon. Like, hey, where's Darla and Drusilla? He doesn't say anything to that guy. He just gives up their location.
He just tortures him. Like he
Cut to
just
him.
like
He's already done it. Already
no no
talked to
no
him
no
about it.
no like Merle he'll like won't say something and then like Angel like tightens
Tightens
the
the rope.
thing. Yeah, yeah. But
Fair enough.
he does not speak aloud in this episode. It's so interesting.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Thought it
What
should have been
show
like
is I can't think of one other show that has done this.
Hush. What about Buffy with Hush? Did they talk in that one?
No, they speak at the beginning and the end of that episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But I thought it should have been like that one Angel episode where Angel wakes up and then I thought he should have gone back to sleep immediately and not been in the episode. Remember? Whatever episode that is where he's having dreams about Darla.
That's Dear Boy.
Oh, that's Dear Boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's actually in the episode more than I wanted him to be. Like I wanted him to just sleep through the whole episode, which would have
Oh
been like
wait, you
this.
might be thinking of First Impressions too, the one where Gunn and Cordy are after car thieves.
I don't think was it though? I don't remember.
I think Darla like starts working on him in that one, but then we really focus on it in Dear Boy. Um,
I don't remember. But
whatever.
I remember saying that, and you actually were like, he does something similar. Were you talking about this episode
Wait,
where he doesn't
what
talk?
what?
I brought up how I wanted him to go back to sleep and not be in the rest of the episode. Like he wanted to chase the dream of Darla, you know?
Right,
And you
right.
say that he does something similar at one point where he like he's not in the episode or something. Were you talking about this one? How he doesn't talk in this episode? I
I
don't know.
don't
Maybe I'm confusing it.
remember. I don't remember. It may be. I'd have to hear the context of what I was saying.
Yeah, and I didn't really think about it until now. But he says don't like the voiceover and parts of Darla's performance.
You say she's great always.
Oh, every second. She's never been bad ever. Even in other stuff. Maybe want to go back and watch like Jawbreaker and stuff.
How dare you? She's great in Jawbreaker.
What do you mean, how dare I?
Oh, what?
Made me want
I
to go
thought.
back and watch it.
Oh, I thought you meant like maybe you'll find her bad in other
Oh,
stuff.
no. That's not what I meant.
No. All right.
But I didn't know her as much at the time. Like I knew Tatum. What's her name?
Oh, Rose
I
McGowan
knew
and
Rose
like
McGowan and the
Rebecca
other.
Gayheart and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't really know Darla as much. But now
Yeah,
I
I
do.
understand that.
I would like to a lot
Yeah.
more.
And you would have known Judy Greer even more than her.
Oh, I did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Is Paul Rudd in that movie? Did I make that up?
I think you made that up.
Oh shit. All right. We if we consider how great last week's Angel was, this could be the biggest combined drop in quality for both
That's
shows from the previous
crazy.
week so far.
All right, all right. I'll take your shit on Triangle, Josh, but not on Redefinition, sir.
Yeah. I love the take though. That's like a lot of thought went into that. The greatest drop off
Of
in
course,
quality
I knew
between
you.
weeks.
That is so you're the kind of thing you say all the time.
Yeah, I do love something. I disagree with it, but I love the thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
big
great.
swing.
Yeah, seriously. Makes me wonder what I think would be the right answer to that. Still having fun though. Was very glad to see the return of the plastic hand. Yeah, I know he's just walking around with the plastic hand. Very funny. I feel like there was a scene where it was happening. He was standing there, and I was like, I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him. They forgot to put the prosthetic hand in.
Yeah,
It's just gonna be the actor.
but you
And I
never caught
looked.
him.
Nope, they had the hand in there.
Wow, good for them.
It makes me wonder how they do it too, because you can't see a big lump from his arm.
Well, it's probably a hollow thing, and so he puts his hand in the hand.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Of course it is. He just slips it right over his real hand.
Yeah.
It's not like a thing in like on a stick.
No, it's probably a thing. It has like a little thing to hold on to in it, and he puts his hand in there.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so dumb. Uh, great job, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Thanks,
Yeah.
Daniel. Thanks, Buffy and Angel.
Oh, next week.
What's happening?
Yeah. Buffy is called Checkpoint.
Wow. Next week we're gonna get to the point where we can save the game. Finally. This whole time we've been running on if we miss a week, we would have to reset. But now if we miss a week, we can start over from this next episode, checkpoint.
Great, great. I
You
love
like that? That was pretty
it.
good.
Yeah, that's very good.
All right, good.
And next week's episode of Angel is called Blood Money.
Um, man, I don't know. First thing it probably shouldn't be the first thing I think of, but I just think of that like I think there's a Breaking Bad episode called Blood Money, right? Maybe I'm
I
wrong
know
about that.
you might be right. I think it might be in season 4.
Feels very familiar with like
Yeah.
Jesse and Walt arguing about blood money.
Oh my
I think it's like
God.
after the train heist, maybe.
Oh, well, that
Maybe
would be
that.
season 5, sir.
Oh, maybe it's in. All right.
Let's
But
find. Well, now I have to do a tiebreaker. We have to find out.
oh, okay. Maybe it's not the name of the episode, it's just a line that he says. But the I don't know what it's about. I'm gonna guess Darla robs a bank as a vampire, kills everybody, gets a little blood on the money on her way out.
Logan, I want you to know that there's an episode of Breaking Bad called Blood Money in season 5, a few episodes after the train heist. Well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the train heist was the most memorable part of Breaking Bad for me. It's like the most exhilarated I was. Like,
Do you
oh
know
shit, the train
do you
heist.
know that the Breaking Bad episode Ozymandias has a 10 on
Whoa,
IMDb?
I've never seen that.
I have never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best episodes.
That is wild.
It is wild.
The finale is a 9-9. I might be the one grade bringing it down, baby.
Did you do that on IMDb?
No, no. I would never.
You agree about Ozymandias though, right?
Oh, incredible. Amazing.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Ryan got a whole movie career out of it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's a Ryan Johnson. I mean, he'd already done like Looper at that point, I think.
Yeah, he's already big.
Yeah.
And the Fly
Um,
episode.
yeah, one of my favorite episodes.
I only know he did those two. He probably did like five, but those are the two that
I
I
think he
could think
did
of.
3 or 4, if I remember correctly. But yeah, those are definitely 2 of them.
Or he did like a random season 3 episode.
No, I think they're. I don't remember. Do you want me to look what
Is it season
episodes
3
of
the most anonymous season? Probably.
Season 3 is good. Oh, but
Uh,
you're right. What does happen in it?
I can't remember. Is it the one? Is that the guy, the really smart guy who plays like classical music?
Oh my God, maybe. I love that storyline.
That guy is really sweet, but then he
All
gets
right.
shot in the face.
Ryan Johnson directed 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. Fly, which is in season 3, and then 2 episodes in season 5.
Well, okay, what is it?
51, which is
Oh,
Walt's birthday episode.
oh yeah.
Very good one. And Ozymandias.
Well, I always want to call it The Fly, by the way. I guess because of the movie.
It's just Fly. And that episode has a fucking 7.9 rating. Absolutely shameful.
Yeah, that's pretty rough compared to the
Yeah.
10 for Ozymandias.
Yeah.
You think Fly, you like that more than the finale? You'd flop grades.
Um uh yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen to you.
Hey, look, Ryan Johnson also directed 1 episode of that show Terriers that I just told you about with
Wow.
Donald Logue.
Have you seen his earlier stuff with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Like the high school movie?
I've seen Brick and I've seen the Brothers Bloom. Is
You've
that
seen 'em all.
it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of
I
it.
think I've seen them all.
And then Looper and the Star
Yeah,
Wars Knives
yeah.
Out.
I've seen them all. I'm a Ryan Johnson completist.
Yeah, no, I'm missing a couple of them.
Yeah, I even watched fucking Poker Face, bro.
Poker Face? Oh,
Yeah,
his show.
yeah, his show. And I've seen the LCD sound system video he directed, all right? So don't even worry about it.
He doesn't seem like somebody that I think you like, but you're a big fan.
I don't always like him, but he's one of these directors that like is like
Really
essential to
himself.
watch. Like I really love I'm excited to see whatever he comes out with, even if it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, he's like his own creation.
Yeah.
One of one. All right, there's Buffy. What else on Buffy's? Is that on Buffy's Angels?
He also, by the way, I watched American Fiction yesterday. I noticed he had an executive producer credit on that movie.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he might be nominated for Best Picture.
I think that's how that works. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's very cool.
All right, where are we?
So yeah, I think like Brad Pitt, because of his producing, has won like 3 extra Oscars, right?
Yeah, no. Brad Pitt has an Oscar for fucking 12 Years a Slave.
That for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's in that too, right?
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, I forgot he turns up
He's
in
like
that.
working on a house at one point. I remember. I'm outside working on a house. I'm Brad Pitt. I got a big beard. Is Michael Fassbender like really racist in that movie? I
Yeah,
mean, I
he's a
guess they're all
slave,
racist.
slave owner.
Yeah, I guess they're all racist. But I remember him being like, "Oh, Michael Fassbender. Whoa, holy shit, this is terrible." Before I knew what acting was, I was like, "Why is Michael? Why is Michael Fassbender being so mean to
I
these
know.
people?"
He's playing. It's interesting. He's playing a character like Magneto would have really hated.
You're right. Yeah, he would
Yeah.
have been completely opposed to this guy. Great. What else? Anything else?
No. Next week, what did I say? Um,
Blood money.
checkpoint and blood money.
Right. It'll be
Yeah.
very fun. Anything else? That's it.
Fuck no.
You in the episode. What do we say?
Oh, I'll say, uh, play that fucking song, please.